The race is now in its 46th year, and it was run on many dirt roads. It's still a circular route, but as time has gone by and roads have got tarred, we are a little bit more civilized. This particular route has now been going for 6 years, because we used to run along William Nicol up past Dimension Data, and with traffic increasing and that horrific intersection over the motorway where we had 11 marshals in one place, we decided to change the route and bring it through Bryanston and come past Ferndale High. And it was really logistics reasons because of traffic volumes that have increased over the years.
So talking about marshals, how many marshals do you use on the day?
95. For every kilometre you have between 3 and 4 marshals. And there are 12 drinks tables along the route, every 3 Ks for the first 16 Ks, and then every 2 Ks thereafter.
And what's available at the tables?
Just your Coke and water, and a couple of tables might have bananas, but we're not on a feeding frenzy. It's only 32 Ks. You don't need to have food for 32 Ks. Clubs will set up the gazebos on Saturday after 3. The toilets at each drinks table. There's 40 here at the field, plus what's in the clubhouse, plus 6 urinals for the men. So that means 4 men to 1. So that can be 24 toilets for the men as urinals, yes. Quickly say one word on toilets. I would be appreciated if runners understood that the side of a field down the ditch is not a toilet. And unfortunately the staff have to clean up that litter on the Monday, which has not gone down very well with the Old Parktonian management. And we now have to place people all along the field around about to say, please use the official toilets and not the edge of the fields.
Okay. Can people still enter the race?
Entries can be today, Friday, Saturday at 180, and on Sunday morning at 250.
And t-shirts?
T-shirts were finished the day after Soweto. Start time is 6 o'clock. And that doesn't mean 6:30, it means 6 o'clock. With the last ones we are allowed to start is at 6:20. It's got to get understood that traffic officials do move to other points. So we haven't bought the road, so therefore it is a strict start time.
Okay, and is there a cut-off time?
Out on the road at 10 o'clock, we do carry on. We give medals to everybody who finishes on the field.
But on the road is 10 o'clock cut-off
10 o'clock out on the road,
okay.
At 24 Ks, sorry.
And any advice to runners on running the race?
To at least have a glass of water before you leave, but we do have water in the car park for the early ones. To realize that whenever it's a big race, wherever we go, there is always a parking problem. So please try and come early. If you've collected your number, have a cup of coffee in your car, put the alarm on in case you fall asleep, and then get to the start by 6 o'clock.
Okay, now tell new runners, why is it called the tough one?
Well, it's a genuine race. It's got uphills and downhills. We used to have a race called the Florida Flat One, which was as tough as can be, and they said no, but it had inverted commas. We don't have inverted commas around the word tough one, but for every uphill there is a downhill. You start on the uphill for 1K and you go down and you carry on uphill until you get to the 4K mark, and then it's pretty flat until you get to 7. You go up from 7 to 11, and then you go down to 14, and then a slow gentle climb, and then you go down to 16 flat until you get to 18, and then I'm afraid then the work starts. 18 Ks to 22 Ks is the toughest part. Flat thereafter, down into William Nicol, it's very gentle until you get to 30 Ks. 30 to 31 is up again, and then the rest back home.